Every military strategist knows one bad decision can sabotage the entire operation. The same is true at a steakhouse. You think you're ordering victory, but one wrong move, like that fillet ordered well done, turns into a dry, leathery defeat. Today I'm exposing 5 menu items that are landmines waiting to blow up your dining mission, and 5 high-value targets that guarantee success. The intel is clear. Knowing which side you're on determines whether you walk out satisfied or regret every bite. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. What looks like a high-value order at a steakhouse can be the equivalent of stepping into an ambush. The menu shines under dim lights. Every item written to sound refined and worth the price. Most diners walk in confident that whatever they pick will be worth the tab. That confidence is exactly what the traps rely on, because hidden within the glossy names and stacked prices are 5 items designed not to reward you, but to drain your appetite and your wallet.
I'm going to sprinkle some more cheese on there, add some dry parsley, bake it again on 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes.
And it really was fantastic. I mean, lobster aside, this is just a really good mac and cheese recipe. But when you add in those chunks of sweet lobster meats, this goes up to a whole other level.
And the other part of the bone, and we're gonna go down this way. When you hit the bottom, you hit that T-bone, we're gonna curve our knife.
Guys, this was one of the best loaded baked potatoes that I've ever tasted.
The first strike comes with a well-done filet mignon. On paper, this is one of the most premium cuts. It's tender by nature, prized for its fine texture. But once it's cooked to well done, the small amount of fat inside disappears, leaving a $40 cut that eats like cardboard. A steak sold as refined turns into the toughest bite of the night.
Continuously spoon that herby butter over the steak for 1 to 2 minutes. This process is but when you want to splurge, give it a try. It's not fundamentally harder to cook than any other cuts of steak. The same principles apply. Really quick step to infuse your steak with even more flavor. Trust us, you should try it.
Then comes the lobster mac and cheese. Many think it signals indulgence, mixing seafood with comfort food. Yet the thick sauce smothers the delicate lobster, hiding it under a wall of dairy. In the end, you're paying steakhouse prices for a pasta dish where the supposed luxury component barely registers.
And while I have no way of knowing your Valentine, I'm pretty sure they're going to think this looks amazing, smells amazing, and most importantly, tastes amazing, which we will check right now. So I'm going to dig into this thing. Yes, you do. If it's not really saucy at this point, your final product's going to be way too dry. And it really was fantastic. I mean, lobster aside, this is just a really good mac and cheese recipe. But when you add in those chunks of sweet lobster meats, this goes up to a whole other level.
Surf and turf specials look powerful, the word special rolling off the page like an offer too good to miss. But often the cheaper steak cuts are paired with previously frozen shrimp or reheated crab tails. Instead of doubling the win, you're left dividing the disappointment between 2 underwhelming plates. Oversized stuffed baked potatoes hit next. They arrive loaded with sour cream, cheese, and bacon, a showpiece built for size, not balance. The problem is simple. Before the steak even makes it to the table, your stomach is already occupied with filler.
I'm going to sprinkle some more cheese on there, add some dry parsley, bake it again on 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Guys, this was one of the best loaded baked potatoes that I've ever tasted.
The bread basket finishes the ambush. Warm, endless refills feel generous, but those slices absorb the space you saved for a steakhouse mission. With little resistance, 5 so-called upgrades have dismantled the meal. The good news? Just beyond these traps sit the real targets. 5 orders built to secure victory every time you dine. After clearing the minefield, the mission shifts. Now it's about locking onto the objectives that guarantee a win inside the steakhouse. Not every item earns its reputation, and not every order gives back what you pay. The right selections are built like strong positions, structured for maximum return while still delivering satisfaction. Many guests believe any cut or side equals the same value, but only a few consistently deliver the advantage that turns dinner into victory. The bone-in ribeye leads the charge. The heavy marbling melts during cooking, basting the meat from within. When left at medium rare, the cut holds both moisture and tenderness, while the bone radiates heat and adds flavor. That combination creates a steak built for impact without wasting money. Next comes the porterhouse for two. On one side sits the tender fillet, on the other a rich strip. Instead of paying separately for both, this single cut brings them together at a better price while carrying dramatic presentation to the table. Sharing it not only makes sense financially, it creates an experience anchored in variety without compromise.
The other part of the bone, and we're gonna go down this way. When you hit the bottom, you hit that T-bone, we're gonna curve our knife, strip. Again, just nice, easy slices. Let that juice from the steak and the butter mix together.
As the first course, shrimp cocktail sets the tone. The key is freshness, firm texture, a snap at every bite, and a chilled cocktail sauce that balances sweet with sharp heat. It primes the palate like an opening artillery round, light enough to prepare without weighing down the meal ahead.
Right. You can bring that here. You can put a little...
Creamed spinach works as the steady support. Smooth, rich, yet not overwhelming, it cuts into the heaviness of red meat. Unlike oversized starches, it complements rather than competes, giving balance to the strategy of the plate.
About 90 seconds or so, up to 2 minutes. Once you have that all mixed in and it's toasted.
The final strike is molten chocolate cake. Success depends on timing, with the center kept molten until cut open. When executed well, it delivers both spectacle and precision, ending the mission with a bold win. Together, these five secure a plan where every course advances the objective.
Top it with some powdered sugar, garnish with some raspberries, and it's ready for a bite. Pure decadence.
And with the right tactics, every steakhouse visit becomes a decisive victory. A steakhouse menu is not neutral ground. Every choice carries weight, and each selection can either push you forward or drain your resources. What seems harmless on paper can weaken the entire mission, while a calculated order secures the outcome you want. That's why I want to hear from you. Command your own steakhouse operation wisely and drop your stories below. Both the orders that paid off and the ones that left you regretting the price tag. With the right strategy and reliable intel, dining stops being a gamble. It turns into a victory operation instead of an expensive mistake.